Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show. And today, guys, we got an episode from my all-time favorite YouTube channel, CNBC Make It. And now what they're doing, I'm loving these episodes. What they're doing is they're following the lives of millennials and then they're seeing how they make their money. And this episode here, I could tell this is going to be a banger of an episode. Just look at the title. It's called Making $378K a year as a Fiverr freelancer. Wait for it. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And I gotta say, making $378,000 a year on Fiverr, it's a lot of $5 bills. I am curious how she's doing this. But you know what? Let's see. And the only way we could find this out is by smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm and getting your 2 free stocks down below in the description, because Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks worth all the way up to $1,850 when you deposit $100 on the platform. That is a good deal. But with that said, guys, now, after you've done that, let's start the video and see how she makes so much money on Fiverr. That's fantastic. Let's see.
I doubled my income overnight, and that was crazy to me. At 24, 25, making 14 or 15K per month is insane. You're not even emotionally prepared.
She's got the McDonald's color going on between like the red hair and the yellow car. Ronald McDonald would be proud of those colors.
My name is Alex Fasulo. I'm 28 years old and I make $378,000 per year as a freelance writer on Fiverr.com. I lived in New York City for the past 6 years and I now live in Florida.
Oh, see, CNBC always features people from New York City. But I feel like they just found a loophole. They got someone else from New York City who moved somewhere else. They're like, you're technically not living in New York City. But we all know they're from New York City. Okay, so Alex primarily ghostwrites ebooks and blog posts. I'm wondering though, wouldn't she make more money just writing her own stuff? Like, I guarantee she'd be able to make $1 million a year writing about how you could make $300,000 a year on Fiverr. Like, she could just teach people. There's got to be a bit of a template that you could just replicate this over and over and over again. Wait a second, she charges $1,000 for a 10,000 word ebook. That's not Fiverr. First thing that comes to mind with Fiverr is like, that's $5. She's charging $1,000 on Fiverr? Or no, it must be like per word.
My clients vary beyond what you can imagine, from large corporations that you've heard of down to entrepreneurs or influencers or people who manage their influencing dog on Instagram. I've written ebooks for quite a few dogs.
That's fantastic. You know what? Ramsey needs a book. Ramsey needs a memoir. Would people even buy that? Like, no joke, I would pay her $1,000. If you're watching this right now, I'll pay you $1,000. Write a book for Ramsey, and I'll sell it. I bet people would love to hear about like his escapades of like what he does all day. Day in the life of a cat. Because I bet worst case, I'd make my money back. Like, it's a break even for me. But you know what? Then you could say like, my cat is a published author. We should do this. Guys, just let me know. If you guys want Ramsey to write his own book, just comment down below in the description. Let me know and we can make that happen. Because he's seen some stuff. That cat has seen things. What is this? She landed a job in New York City after applying to over 200. After applying to over 200 what? Jobs? She applied to 200 jobs. Say that. Say jobs after applying to over 200 jobs.
I accepted this PR job that paid $36,000 per year. I felt so out of place. I was so unhappy and I was crying on my keyboard that I quit. And I don't normally quit things. And that Monday when I was supposed to go into work, I just couldn't.
Good. You know what? I believe if you have like such a strong emotional disdain for what you're doing and you're that miserable, quit. I felt that very same way when I was doing like a quick stint. I could say it now. It's been so long ago. I worked for this company called Goldline International. They were in Santa Monica. And this is like the weird time between like, I was a senior in high school and we didn't quite graduate yet, but I didn't have any classes, so I went to work for Goldline. I hated it. This was like a 9-to-5 job. I don't remember anymore how much I was getting paid. It was like $10 an hour, $9 an hour. I forget. It was so bad that every day I woke up, I was miserable. And the only time I was happy was like 15 minutes before the job ended, because then I knew I'd be done for the day. But that happiness only lasted about 2 hours, because then it's like, well crap, I gotta do this all again tomorrow. I hated it. Fridays were awesome, but then like I hated Sundays, because then Sunday was like, I gotta wake up and I gotta do this again. I hated that feeling. I will do anything never to experience that again. And that's been my big push towards working for myself, was never to have to go through that experience ever again, because I hated it so much. So I relate to that 100%.
That first week on Fiverr, I started to discover that I was capable of earning money on my own without anyone telling me what to do, which means each passing day, the idea of applying to another job just vanished. It just disappeared into thin air.
That's a liberating feeling. I gotta say, to be able to know that you could sustain yourself with no one telling you what to do, with no guaranteed paycheck, it's on you. That's a big discipline that not many people have. Not many people could go and forge their own way and make their own money. This is fantastic that she was able to do this on her own. And best of all, it's like once it starts like that, you can never go back. She'll never be able to go back to another like normal job ever again after this. Good, Alex is working 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's what you gotta do. If you're gonna stand out, if you're gonna be one of the best you could be on Fiverr, really anywhere, you gotta put in those hours. You have to do it. There's no workaround. There's no shortcut when it comes to this.
After about a year of hitting it really hard on Fiverr, I opened way more services. I think I had like 12 or 13 gigs at the time.
There we go. Her thing is Foswaldo. How'd she come up with that username? I will write catchy product descriptions. I will write your bio or about me. I will edit your SEO copy. I will write a press release. Starting at $100, I will write your content for your website. Interesting stuff. Let's see. I will write an ebook on any topic. Jack, we should almost make this like a challenge. Just give it like some random topic that we could then spin around. Like, Jack, you need a memoir too. So what we could do, we could have a memoir from my cat Ramsey, and then Jack, you need a memoir too about just like the perils of going and working for Graham, and just like everything I put you through, where I'm like,
Jack, it's 11 p.m. We gotta post the video on Monday. The next day at 9. We gotta get it done.
this is cool. I love this. She does a bit of everything. It's nice.
I was ranked level 2 on the site, and the site has these levels that allow you to charge more as you advance through them.
Yeah, allowed to charge more. That's why. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense why she's on Fiverr, but being able to charge $300 a thing. Because my only experiences with Fiverr so far have been terrible. Oh my God. So the first experience was like literally for $5. I wanted some graphic design done just for an idea. It was terrible. I mean, the guy I was talking to, we were totally on different pages, and there were like 5 revisions that went by where we could not effectively communicate. And I don't know what was getting lost. After a while, I'm like, I just give up. Like, I'm gonna pay you. But it's just, I didn't get what I wanted. And it was actually more than $5. I think it was like $25. But then again, like, I guess you kind of get what you pay for. So it makes sense.
In 2017, I made $63,000 that year. And in 2018, I jumped to making $273,000, which was the craziest jump you could ever imagine.
Why isn't she scaling this up? Here's the thing. She needs someone else helping her with this. She needs to train somebody else who could kind of do what she's doing, but she's the funnel. She oversees someone else who's helping her out, and she should be able to turn that $378,000 into $500,000, I think, within 6 months. Just by bringing on someone else who's with her throughout the day, 8 hours a day, helping her out with this stuff.
It took me a couple years to accept that I was making that money. The only thing that I would say I started to spend more on to treat myself was travel experiences and music festivals. I'm pretty sure if a financial planner sat down with me, they would be disgusted by me and my management of my money.
Oh, you know what? You know what, Alex? If you want me to dissect your income and expenses, I would be more than happy to do that. Let's do that. I would love to.
My strategy is just basically, if I know I'm making like 15 to 20K, I kind of just in my head try and make sure I'm saving at least 50% of it.
Yeah, but what about taxes? What about the taxes? Here's the thing. If you're making 15K, probably about 40% of that is probably going to taxes in some way or another. So like half of it anyway is tax. Unless you're talking about saving half after tax. We got to be talking about that.
I think like most entrepreneurs, I have a problem with having my money like locked up in accounts. It's just not how my brain works. I kind of like to have it at my disposal. So if I come up with some like project or real estate investment I want to do, I can just grab it.
No. Here's the thing. You could still invest your money and have it at your disposal. Like I would recommend at 378, you should be investing. I would be telling you to invest $100,000 a year. That even, I think, is on the low end. If you're making this amount of money, you should be able to invest $100,000 a year into the stock market, then a broad index fund, and if a great investment came up that you needed the money, you could always sell it and you have it in your account in like 24 hours. It's back. But yeah, don't not save for retirement. I mean, here's the thing, is that I am a firm believer that you can never plan for like self-employment income like this more than like a few months in advance. You never know what's gonna happen. There's so many things outside of your control. Even though I have a feeling you're gonna continue to do like this well for a while, it's not guaranteed, so you gotta save while you can. Whoa, wow, look at this, guys. $2,000 a month on food. Wait, used to spend. Oh, I thought it said you currently spend. Okay, let's see. Wow, and a $50,000 cash Jeep Wrangler. Why don't you just get a used Jeep Wrangler? Get a used one for 25 grand. I bet we could find some great deals. You know, I'm not gonna look them up. I know you could find great Jeep Wranglers in the 20K range. Save $30,000. Don't get a new car like this. It's just gonna depreciate. Yeah, additional income, online courses, yeah. Listen, Alex, I think your online courses are probably where the real moneymaker is gonna be at. That's what I think. Now, for anyone interested, by the way, just because I haven't done this in a while, if you guys want $200 off my own YouTube program, it's called the YouTube Creator Academy. It teaches you how to make YouTube videos, what to look for, how to work the algorithm into your favor, how to get monetized, how to grow that into a business. So for anyone interested in that, $200 off for the first 48 hours. How's that? 48 hours, and there's a no questions asked refund policy for the first 21 days. So if you're unhappy for whatever reason, or you just decide to watch the whole thing and then decide at the end of it, wasn't worth it, just ask for a refund. You get 21 days to do that. Or if you like it, just, you know, it's yours to keep. So anyway, that's my pitch. How was that? I think that's fair. That's a fair pitch.
I said to her, you know, hey, I have $350K chilling in my bank account. You want me to get this house and you can pay me back?
Why is she having $350K sitting in a bank account? Mistake number one, listen, if I was your financial advisor, there would not be more than $20,000 sitting in any account in cash at any given point. That's too much money. That's too much money.
This house, my mom put down the $20,000 down payment, and then I paid the rest, which was $287,000. And we transferred the money out of my bank account to the seller.
Terrible, terrible decision. Why is she buying houses cash on top of that? I really hope her mom can refinance out of that, get a low interest rate mortgage, pay her back. That's a messy thing, and I would have liked to have gotten a mortgage on that property. It's just worth it. You get the tax write-offs. You benefit from inflation. That mortgage is extremely cheap to pay off. That $350 is more valuable to you to reinvest back into the business or in the stock market than being tied up in a real estate deal for who knows how long. So that's what I would have done.
This first property I want to buy in Southwest Florida, it's cheap because it's only a 1-2 bedroom, tiny little thing. So I'm actually thinking of buying 2 of them right off the bat. One of them I would immediately start to rent out on Airbnb, and then the other one I would use for myself / a filming studio, because right now I don't have one and I definitely want one set up, so I'm more inclined to do YouTube content.
Oh yeah, there we go. That was the missing little ingredient of CNBC, is that like, oh, the YouTube channel. I have got the YouTube channel. Everyone on CNBC now has a YouTube channel. Listen, honestly, I think, Alex, you should make a YouTube channel. So I think exactly what you're talking about here, I'm all for it. I do think that's the right choice for you.
Women get treated much differently than men if they're posting about the money they earn. On TikTok, if I post a video showing my receipts, as Gen Z says, the comments are flooded with men saying, no, you don't, calling me mean terms, sexual terms, or saying, oh, she made it on OnlyFans.
What? Okay, I guess here's my thing. I've never experienced that because I'm coming from the guy's perspective, and I'm like, I would never think that. I would never say something like that. Yeah, I guess it's different. It's weird when a lot of the money audience, I think like 80-something% is men. So women make up the minority of the audience here. So it's definitely, I think we do need more women in the space of personal finance, and I think it needs to become more socially acceptable for anybody from any background to talk about how much money they make and help each other out with personal finance. I'm all for that.
I definitely noticed a huge pushback being a woman. And I've had all sorts of people write to me and say it's very unbecoming as a woman that you post that money. You should keep your mouth shut about it.
Gosh, who's saying that though? I can't imagine the type of person who's sitting behind their computer screen just like watching what other people do and then just talking negatively about them. I can't imagine just like what their life must be like for them to be like,
oh, look at these people all doing well. Let me go and get angry at them online and dismiss all their accomplishments.
Because here's the thing, like the people who are saying that stuff have nothing of their own going on. Like most people who are successful have enough going on in their own life. They don't even have time to talk anything negatively about somebody else. So yeah.
Being transparent with what I am earning has earned these people's trust and showed them it is possible. A girl from a farm in upstate New York did it, I can do it too.
Okay, so we're gonna be doing the good old criticism sandwich. I'm gonna say something positive, something negative, and then end it with another positive. So I gotta say overall, her being resourceful on Fiverr and growing that business, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. No complaints at all with what she's doing. The downside though is we got to get a good idea of how she's saving and investing and spending this money. That is where I feel we could get into the nitty-gritty of this because she's doing so well that she has a unique opportunity to save and invest a ton of money. And it's a little worrying to me that she's got like 300 grand sitting in a bank account or that her food bill is still like $1,500 a month going and buying a property in cash. Now I realize that that's to help your mom, that's fine. But then going and buying a $50,000 car, cash, that you could have bought for 30, just little stuff like that starts to add up. And like going and buying that car instead of a car half the value, that's 25 grand less that you could go and invest. That 25 grand could be worth $200,000 30 years from now if you just invested it. So a lot of those little things, I'd say it's really about tweaking your spending, tweaking your saving, investing more money. And lastly, on the other positive, but I have no doubt she'll be able to take this to $500,000 a year by hiring one person. Go and pay one person like 40 grand a year to help you out. That's gonna take you from 378 to 5. You're gonna make that back. That's my recommendation. And Alex, if you want me to go and critique and criticize and react to your spending habits, just let me know, and I'm sure we could do that. We could do like a split screen or something on here. Let me know if you're interested in doing that. And Alex, amazing episode. CNBC, thank you so much for doing that. And of course, with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. As on the podcast, The Iced Coffee Hour, new episodes being posted every single Sunday. And lastly, if you guys want those 2 free stocks, use the link down below in the description, and Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, and those stocks could potentially be worth all the way up to $1,000 to $850. So if you guys want that, it's pretty much like free money. You may as well get free money. So enjoy. Let me know which stocks you get. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.